What's up guys, it's Maddie. Today I'm here to do the 2013 book recap tag. I was tagged by the Awkward Book Hoarder, and she said she found this tag on the internet, so I don't know exactly who created this, but let's get on with the tag. The first question is, what is the best book you read during 2013? Definitely The Book Thief. I loved it very, very, very much. It has a lot of metaphors, and I found that I really love historical fiction mixed with an element of fantasy, and although there isn't much fantasy in this, Death is the narrator, and so that isn't really plausible because Death doesn't really narrate things, so that's my little element of fantasy in there. Number 2, what is the worst book you read during 2013? Beautiful Darkness, which is the second book in the Beautiful Creatures saga by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Everything goes downhill in that book. Lena is an emo goth annoying main character. She starts dating this dude and it's just not a good book. Number 3, the most disappointing book you read during 2013. The Vanishing Game by Kate K. Myers. I read this on a trip during summer. It was pretty interesting, but then the ending changed the genre of the story practically. I did not like the ending whatsoever. Number 4, the most surprising book you read during 2013, Fates by Lainey Ross. I keep talking about this in like every tag video I do. This was Lainey Ross's debut novel. I got the arc of this actually. I figured this is a debut, and so it's probably not going to be the best book. This is the most unique book I've ever read. It was wonderful. The characters are really, really interesting and their backstories are great. I just love it so much. Number 5, most recommended book during 2013. After I read Divergent, I recommended it to several people. I recommended it to my mom and she read that book and then Insurgent within a day. 6, best series during 2013. Once again, that's The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. The historical fiction with the fantasy elements. I know that Cassandra Clare is writing a TLH series, which doesn't stand for anything yet, I don't think, but I know it's set in the 1920s, and at that point they had flappers and gamblers. I am so excited to see that. Number 7, favorite discovered author of 2013. Basically every book I read this year was a discovered author, I guess. I don't really want to rename things, like Cassandra Clare, I discovered her, but I already named her, so I'm gonna name 2 authors. Rick Yancey, the author of The Fifth Wave. I love his writing style because he combines a stream of consciousness with a great use of metaphor. Taheda Mafi, the author of the Shatter Me series, and she also combines a stream of consciousness writing style mixed with metaphors. Maybe you can tell. I like stream of consciousness and metaphors. Number 8, most hilarious book you read during 2013. That is probably The Fault in Our Stars because they had a lot of really, really funny elements as well as really emotional elements in that book. I've read a lot of books that have humorous elements to them, but there haven't been specifically a humorous book. Number 9, the book you were unable to put down. The Fault in Our Stars. I finished that within 12 hours. I could not go to sleep because I was reading it so late. The next day, I read it and I cried. And I cried. 11, favorite book cover of 2013, Unravel Me by Taheda Mafi. I read this in 2014 actually, but I got the book in 2013, so it counts. The eye is gorgeous, and compared to the hardcover version of Shatter Me, it is nothing compared to this. 12, most memorable character from a book you read during 2013. I'm gonna have to go with Will Herondale because he's a perfect fictional guy. He quotes books, he's loving, even though you have to break through his barrier. I just love his character. I thought he was funny and witty. 13, a beautifully written book that you read during 2013. A Separate Piece by John Knowles. We had to read this for class actually. I loved the writing style so much. It was beautifully written. Number 14, the book that you read during 2013 that had the greatest impact on you. Divergent. That's what got me into reading this summer, and that was the book that made me want a booktube. Number 15, a book that you couldn't believe you waited until 2013 to read. Harry Potter. I loved Harry Potter so much. All the books are out, all the movies are out, and so I feel like I am the last person to jump onto this train. I'm going to tag Savannah from Bows and Books, Paige from Enchantology, Whitney from Woody Novels, and Joel from Joel Books. I hope you enjoyed this tag. I'm Maddie. I'll see you next time. Bye!